Good evening, and welcome to Wednesday Night Live, where you should spend the evening meditating with us and spending time in the quietness of the evening. And to start each and every program that we have here tonight, this evening, my name is Nancy Woods. I'm the assistant minister and director Mike McMorrow is visiting his mother. So I am going to guide through the program this evening, and it's always a pleasure. And we usually start our evening out with lighting the flames of faith, and it's a call to service. Now, we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people, all faiths, all sentient beings come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unified nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. The first candle is for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. The second candle is for the shamanic tradition, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. The third candle, we light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of spirit in their lives, and the space we hold in our hearts are here at the center for them. And we light the healing candle. So please put silently into the light the names of anyone, or speak aloud the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love. And this evening we're going to put Mike and his mother into that flame of knowing the truth of health and wholeness for them. So, as we move into this moment, we do so by open our minds and our heart to that idea that the spiritual presence of life, the creative expression of life, that which all comes from and that which all goes to, the divine presence of life. So we know it by many names. But tonight we honor each and every name, each and every individual expression of it, each and every being that is expressing out of it. This awareness and this understanding of this wholeness of life, we reach within our hearts to just sense its presence. And to know that it is what is guiding and directing us in this time we spend together. And in the recognition of this wondrous idea of the divine being the expression of each and every person, we open ourselves to an expanded understanding of this truth. We accept that the understanding of where we are and how we are is sufficient unto itself. And we know that the foundation of love is what this hour is based in. Love for each other, love for ourselves, and the love of life in all forms. So with this truth of life itself manifesting in and through all things, and being the unformed as well as the formed, we embrace this opportunity with true heartfelt appreciation. And I welcome each one of you to take in that idea that this is a truth, that the spirit of life is in and through all of us. And let's take a deep breath and just sense that this is who and what we are. Let go of the energy of the day and step into this moment with our mind and our hearts, knowing that this is the perfect time, the perfect place. In this acknowledgement, we say thank you. The acknowledgement is fulfilled. We unite in a knowing this is already so by saying, and so it is, and amen. So, I'm always happy to spend some time sharing my love and appreciation for the spiritual presence itself and what it is offering from me today and in this moment. So here once again, I am able to share my spiritual journey with you. And where I am today is in a place in which I want to share about the heartfelt energy that is, there's a thing called heart math. They describe it as it is the core of our inner being. And I realize that when I describe this as a heart, I'm talking about that sense of presence within each one of us. And it comes in different ways. And you know, when I look at all the different religious teachings here, I realize that each one of them brings maybe a different name and a different description, a different aspect. It's kind of like a multiple color ball, and I may see the blue and you may see the red and yellow, but all of it adds up to being that presence of life that created all things. So I appreciate my blue, but I honor your red. So I know that as I share my understanding and my awareness of this presence, and I'm talking from this place of awareness because I think that there's intellectual knowledge, but I think that sometimes my intellectual knowledge is intertwined with the you might want to call it the ego, but I call it the thought process that has been brought into my life because of been fed into it by different ways, whether it's through the teachers, the parents, the society, the education, whatever it's been. But then there's that awareness that I have discovered, and I'm finding ways to explore it. That awareness that seems to come from within, that is telling me that there is a presence, there is more to me than just this physical aspect of being. It is telling me that there is a place in which, as I learn to let go of my attachment to that which is external, that awareness from within will guide me in each and every step. It will take me to that place of understanding and awareness that would bring about the greatest and the highest and the most expanded way of living and being alive. And it will do it with love, and it will do it with harmony, because it will do it with no conflict, because it truly embraces and allows each and every person to be who and what they are. It is that which comes forth from us, from this presence within us. And it seems like, when I think about it from the originating perspective, it comes from that which is, if you listen to the East, is nothing. It's called nothing. But it's like saying no thing. It is the formation, and according to quantum physics, it's that basic element that we can test, but it's more than that. But it is the quantum field is just introducing us to a deeper level of awareness of its presence. And it doesn't knock out the Newtonian way of thinking, it just adds to it. It's almost like we're going through this process. I think it was Thomas Short that says we learn by the law of average, and then we move into choice. So this is part of this process of the different dimensions of being. So when we're in touch with this and we allow ourselves to listen to it, and I find that it is some work to hear it, to be able to tune into it. But one of the things I have noticed recently is that if I make this effort, then things do unfold easier and smoother. And the more I acknowledge it, the more this happens. And I think that the more I read about the teachers of, and even the spiritual leaders of today that are the ones that are reaching across the planes of different levels of teaching, speak of this too. So all of this brings us to a place where we know that we can appreciate the external. And I think it's Wattles, the guy from the Wattles, I can't remember the book, but his last name was Wattles. And he was saying that you appreciate the people that are doing it from the law of average and doing the psychology. And so you appreciate them holding together while we make this effort to get in touch with this deeper level of being. And that's why we are not judging or knocking it. We just allowing it to be where it is as we open ourselves up to this deeper way of being, knowing that it will dominate our experience of expression. So, tonight I wanted us to share this time together, reaching for that inner sense. Spending some time knowing that that inner awareness. I call it the Holy Spirit in myself. So if you find me saying those words, just know that we're still talking about this inner presence. And there's so much science out there now that is proving what is going on and what is happening with that. The teachers of before taught us these things, but now we're seeing the scientific information before we separate the science from spirituality. But now they're coming back together because of the same information that is coming forth. So, but this process of meditation is a major tool that has been taught from different teachings that offers us the opportunity to quieten our outer minds and outer experience long enough for us to get an experience of that inner awareness. And so, as we go into this meditation tonight, I would invite you to go in with me. Go in with the idea of allowing the inner awareness to become your conscious experience. And consciousness that's coming from the heart up into expression. And that's not pushing the mind away, but allowing it to just be so that the heart can come forth. And I think it's called synchronicity. I think it's a word that you can call it. We want to synchronize our brain and our mind is what we actually would end up doing. Because if we don't push the brain away, it will synchronize with the heart, because the heart will dominate if we be still long enough. And I'm totally describing this from my personal experience, not necessarily from any technical perspective. So I'm inviting you to do it your way, but allowing each other to be where they are. So let's go into our meditation. So, and what I want to do is just kind of go into this state of relaxation. So I invite you to just take a deep breath. Breathe into your heart, and then let it go. So let's take another deep breath into our hearts. Letting the love in. Love, love, love. And letting go and surrender to the presence. And take another deep breath in recognition of the love. And let it go. So as we allow ourselves to relax and know we can start from our feet up and just let each aspect of our body just relax. Any sense or place of tension, just breathe into it and let it relax. And as we come up our body and we acknowledge total relaxation of our legs, our hips, our abdomen. And we feel our spine bend in alignment with the chair of whichever way we are sitting. We let our shoulders relax. And you take another deep breath and just allow our hands and shoulders and arms to just let go. And we let our neck release the tension and release the day. And as we let our scalp relax, just think relaxation. We let our face relax. And relax our tongue, our eyes, and know in this moment the body is totally free of all tension. We let go of everything and surrender and set the intention for total relaxation. So as we move into this state of total ease, we do so with our hearts and our minds focus on this energy of love, an energy that unites all things. So as we take our focus within, allow ourselves to start with our crown chakra. Open to the divine awareness and remove to that inner eye between our forehead, on our forehead between our eyes. And remove down to the throat. Allowing our energy to flow with ease. And from the throat chakra down to the heart. Here is the love. And as we flow down into the fourth chakra, the third chakra, right above the navel, and remove, and know that this is harmony. as we move down to the second chakra, we feel the self-love and self-appreciation. And as we move down to the first chakra, and up here we go, we realize and understand and appreciate in many ways the divine is expression, the unity of all beings. So as we relax into this, allow the energy to flow, that whatever color you choose, to see it flowing through the chakras with ease. And as we acknowledge, we are grounded with Mother Nature itself. And in this unity, we embrace. And see that anything and everything is harmonized by this flow. As Mother Nature's energy flows up through us, our divine energy flows through it, down through us. And in this state of awareness, we turn our minds within. To that infinite presence that divine spirit that flows forth from the nothingness of the universe and to the perfection of being. And in this place where the flow is with ease and grace, stay focused in this presence. As we move into the silence, we allow this sense of being to move, to stir, to flow, and to be. So we'll let go and be still and know. Oneness of life. So as we gently bring our thoughts and our minds, our focus back to this moment, let us acknowledge the spirit that we have spent our time with. The wondrous potential of all things. And in that wondrous potential contains the perception of being. And that perception includes the intention to know the wholeness and completeness of every being within the sound of my voice, and those that may hear it even afterwards. To know and to understand that this goes forth from this moment, being the most powerful moment that there is, the moment in which we embrace and acknowledge the wonder and the wholeness and the completion that arises from this inner beingness of life that flows forth in wondrous ways, each individual yet whole and complete within itself, containing the essence of the divine creator in every place, all-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere. Knowing that this is a truth that rises forth into a manifestation through the acknowledgement of it. And as we allow ourselves to embrace this truth, and we embrace it in such a way that it moves us forward in being, that it is taking charge of how we are being and who we are being and what we are being in such a way that the uniqueness of ourselves is being allowed to express exactly who and what it is. And that uniqueness is sufficient within itself and complete within itself. And knowing that this includes every cell, every organ, every idea of expression, every consciousness of creativity, every aspect of the abundance of life that is flowing into manifestation, and each and every thing that is coming forth comes out of this perfection, including its perfection in revelation. So that means perfect order, perfect wholeness, completion, and the infinite energy of flow. There's a complete revelation. So we're moving from this moment into the next one, and to the next one, and to the next one. And we're moving with the idea of the completion of ourselves. And we resist nothing. We embrace the completion. And the Spirit flows into and through and as the words that are coming forth, that which is revealed to each one is satisfaction. A satisfaction of wholeness, a satisfaction of being complete, a satisfaction of being alive, fully alive, a satisfaction of the perfect function of the body itself. All of this It's what Spirit is revealing right here, right now. And in this revelation is what, is where, is what, and how life takes place. It is all. It is wholeness. And each person, absolutely each and every person that seeks to know wholeness and health right now is able to experience it totally and completely. This is the word of the divine. This is how we see life. This is life. This is the manifestation of being. This is our perception of life. This is the perception we embrace. This is the perception we enjoy. As we release our understanding and awareness into this law that is saying yes to the word, and the word is complete within itself, and the law is saying yes, so it is already so. Let it go and let it be. Surrender to this truth. Surrender fully and completely, and let it be the only thing that there is. This is our truth. This is the truth of the universe. And we let it be the truth of every being that is willing to let it be. Let it be true now. So, as the nothing becomes all things, life begins anew. Right here, right now. And it's with full acceptance and true appreciation and heartfelt love and awareness that we say it is already so. And in this declaration, the law has taken charge. And I welcome everyone to know it and feel it and be it as we say together. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for allowing me to have this experience with you. And it's with great love and appreciation that we, at the Center for Spiritual Living in Granada Hills, embraces all people and all beings. And we also would like to express our gratitude and thanks for your support and your contribution. And if you go to our website, you can see if you want to donate. And there is a site. So, and our address is is Mike, are you showing the address? And this is our address. So if you want to mail it, or you can have it added to your bill pay list. whichever way you want to donate. We are very grateful for all that you have given us, and we appreciate every opportunity that we have, that you have invited us into your homes. And we want to bless Reverend Mike, and he will be back on Sunday service. You can tune in to YouTube and Facebook, and see us with the service at 10:30 on Sunday with Ken Francis and Mike Collin recording, and Jason and Evan. So I think that's what, 6 of us will bring you the service on Sunday. So join us. It is always a pleasure and a divine opportunity for you to allow us to share our spiritual teaching with you. And we welcome you each and every time. And thank you for joining us tonight. And we'll see you here on Sunday. And so it is.